I'm just absolutely freaking beside myself. Holy crap! My God, the blatant laziness. All right, guys, Anthony here, Super Service. Frank's truck, hey, South Dakota, 218,000 miles. Let me get some screen set up. Hang on. 2006, 218,000. Okay, pull codes. Looks like the only one is cylinder 2 glow plug. That's the only codes. We got ABS, which a lot of those are from tuning. It's got an edge monitor, but who knows. Batteries look all right. Accelerator's all right. A little low on EBP. All of them are a little different. It doesn't really matter. That has to do with atmospheric pressure most of the time. I mean, if it's close, like 30 degrees, 32 on oil. ICP volts, a hair low, 0.23. We'd like to see 0.24, 0.25. Once again, it's nitpicking. It'll be all right. Being that close is definitely could be worse. Okay, we're going to go and fire it up. It's completely freaking cold. Then I'll go to power balance. All right, FICM's at the top, IPR's at the bottom. It's pretty much holding strong, 49. All right, here we go. Watch IPR. Nope, it's all good. Okay, I'm going to go and bounce out of that and let's see what we see. Shut off compensation. Whoa, 3's overfueling. 2 and 3. Oh, look at 4, 5, and 6 are dropping. 4. Oh God, it's getting rough. It's getting rough. Okay, this fuel pressure test. We got to. Or these injectors, I mean, 218,000. If they haven't been done, it very well could be. 3's overfueling, 4, 5, 6. I mean, this almost pushes for a set. I mean, just by looking at it, with not knowing. I mean, we need to get to know the truck a little bit better before we go making those jumps. But look how 4, 5, and 6 are just dropping, and 3 is so freaking high. Yeah, let's let it run a little bit. I'm gonna get some temperature in. Hang on. Okay, let's try this again. Let me reset it, and let's. Now we got number 2 dropping. 3 is still high. 3 freaking being high. That's. Might want to get rid of number 3 because it looks like it's just consistently high. Like maybe the injector, maybe it's letting fuel go. Let's put it in gear. No, it's not bad under throttle. He did say that it runs good whenever it's warmed up. I just wanted to catch these injectors. I wanted to do a cold start too. It's showing a little low. Let's let it run a little bit more. Hang on. Okay, it's actually been running for a minute. It's warm in here too. Plenty warm. Not supposed to do it with AC on, but I just turned the defroster on. I don't know, guys. Let's look at what temperature does. Hang on. Thermostat's working. I have not driven it. Went all the way to 190. That's good. So, okay, hang on. Okay, we'll test the oil cooler later. We'll go for a drive on it. He does have gold coolant in here, but he does a drain and fill every year. So that actually is pretty freaking good right there. You do a drain and fill with gold. Gold's, yeah, granted, I changed it in all of mine, but we could, as long as you drain it and fill it every single year, and that coolant is not allowed to get old, generally an oil cooler will be healthy if you do that. Now the red coolant is actually more resilient. You don't have to hold to every single year with the red coolant. Every 3 year, honestly what I push is every 100,000 miles. Then you can take the coolant out. But as of right now, I just saw some funky injectors. We're gonna have to watch the video again and check fuel pressure, and we got a lot of tests we got to do. But let's yeah, we just had to move it, so I figured I'd cold start it because we had to move the truck. So there you go. And it was freaking cold. It's 35 degrees outside. So all right, guys, I made a video on Frank's, and then I don't know what happened, phone ring of something, but head gaskets, it actually struggled building pressure. I barely got 5 pounds sitting there idling, which is pretty good. And then once you started driving it, the most I could get was like 7 pounds. What I'm seeing is, from what I saw, head gaskets were good. Fuel pressure leveled out. It was hot. It was high to start with, about 70 pounds. And once it That was freezing though, that was cold. Once it warmed up, it dropped down about 65, so it's actually pretty freaking good. It does have a new engine harness on it. We got a couple of concerning things. All right, we took the fan off. Why is there stock numbers like the fan is a salvage fan or something? Why is that happening? I don't know, but everything else looks, I mean, maybe they lost it, dropped it, but here's a big kicker right here. Check this out, guys. This is freaking nuts. Okay, look. Okay, well, they did put a new engine harness on it. See that? That harness looks good. Okay, look at this right here. You see what this is? This is the leg that goes to the crank sensor, AC compressor. Watch. Follow that. You see how long that is? So what they did was they spent $700 on an engine harness and then got lazy and did not want to take off the AC compressor. So they cut the existing main engine harness with the new engine harness and spliced them together so they didn't have to take the compressor off. I'm just absolutely freaking beside myself. Holy crap! My God, the blatant laziness. I mean, that's absolutely freaking crazy. But whatever, that sucks. AC compressor did cycle. It was cycling. I haven't hooked it up yet to see. To see how low it was. We'll probably back it down, maybe put some dye in it and let it ride. But right now we're going to put intake Y pipe, check the injectors. But here's another one. Okay, I'm kind of bombarding here. There's all kinds of, well, main engine harness ain't so bad. But, okay, we drained the coolant. Let's see if you can you see the glisten crap on top of it? See it? It looks like that. I skimmed that off the top of the barrel there, of the bucket. Looks like oil. Could be fuel.
What is floating in it?
So that's what we pulled out of there. So that's pretty concerning. It's almost impossible to test an oil cooler because we need to get it hot up to temperature, and then the fittings needed. I mean, we could fabricate something to be able to pressurize it and drop in the ultrasonic cleaner and watch for air bubbles. You know, at that point though, are you actually causing it to fail? I mean, I guess if you put 15 pounds in it, you call it good, but that's not cool. It's not cool at all. You can't really see it too much there, but when we put it in the clear glass, yeah. Well, what got it was it kind of started smelling a little funky in the bottle. You can kind of see down at the bottom of the bottle. I mean, there's always some crap that accumulates in there. It is starting. It kind of smells like fuel inside of there. That sucks. So with that being said, we probably should yank all the injectors and test the bores. Pressurize and cooling system. Fill the bores up, put those little stoppers in it that we got, and test and make sure that we don't have any cracked bores in the injectors, which would either cause to use the accurate diesel kit. I'm not going to try the bulletproof diesel kit anymore. I have that. That's junk. Or replace the cylinder head. So if that's the case, I mean, ideally now we just added a bunch of work to it because we need to yank all the injectors out. We need to pull them all out and have them on the table is what we got to do. So, because that's concerning. I mean, that could be oil cooler. It really will. It could be, just with how the tone is on it. But how it looks in here does not separate like oil. Maybe that is just accumulating dirt, that whatever. But yeah, that's concerning. We don't want to go through all this and then wind up with fuel in the coolant and all the hoses turn to crap. Coolant pump, freaking all the hoses swell up. Bottle, degas bottle, radiator, all that's junk. If you drive, I got a truck on the lot right now, it's got fuel in the coolant, cracked head, and it destroys everything. If it's rubber or plastic and touches coolant, it's trash. In order to fully recover, replace the cylinder head and replace everything that's rubber or plastic. If it is a cracked head, now it could just be an oil cooler. I've had a massive run on oil coolers. The Ford oil coolers are not what they used to be. They're lasting about 2.5 years, and they're freaking rupturing, and they're putting freaking oil in the coolant. They are doing that right now. I don't know if we had a shitty run of them about 2 or 3 years ago. I hope, because I'm still putting them in. So But I got a couple running the streets right now that need to be replaced. Way out of warranty, but what am I gonna do? Oh, anything else? I don't know. The bummer is he said that this oil cooler, temperature-wise, is good. Has no clogging or nothing, so. Bummer when you see a good oil cooler rupture and leak like that. They obviously did something, and they're freaking junk now. Because I'm not even kidding. I've had a whole bunch of them. How many we had? Is it 10? Is there 10 ruptured oil coolers, maybe? In the whole life since you've been here? Yeah. Okay, maybe 5. I don't freaking know. I exaggerate. All right, guys. Frank wanted me to make a better video. Here, let's set this back up here where it was. Should have did that before I started it, but let's see here. Okay. There's the harness right here. You can plainly see that this harness down here was not replaced. See the difference in it? Now watch. Now look how black the new engine harness is. Okay, they spliced it right here. Made it way too damn long too. It's like way too long. Frank wanted this because he's absolutely beside himself that they cut this engine harness. Which I would be too, absolutely. But, I don't know. There you go, I mean it's plain as day. It's cut off and spliced on. New engine harness. Cut the freaking AC and the crank sensor. Holy crap. There we go. Now you can see they cut it here, and then I mean it'd be one thing if they would have made it the same length. Then maybe they could have made it look good, but no, they didn't even try. They just left it long. So drag. It's a lot easier to see with the damn phone than it is stick your freaking head down there. Go ahead, turn it up a little. I'll put your finger on there. Hang on. We're gonna throw some air at it and see if the bores are cracked. Okay, here you go. Okay, we got some.
It's 15.
Okay, right there. Hold it right there.
Oh, fuck. Distance.
Oh, it's blowing out. Here, take that, put that on number 7.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see any bubbling. Put that number 7, I can't see it. Watch the button on the side though. It's gonna be 3 or 5. Or they change the head. They put the head on the other side and it's gonna be 2 or 4 or 6. Those look good, huh?
Yeah.
Probably want her to spray a little bit in it. Just spray a little more in it just to make sure it's full all the way. All right, well, let's just hope that we aren't seeing it at the beginning of where it's just a little bitty crack. Hope we're not seeing it at the beginning stages. See if I can get it focused. It tries to focus. No, they're dry. They're good. All right, we'll go to the other side. Okay, let me see if I can get this to focus. Actually, I'll probably flip it upside down. No, we're good. Okay, well, we thought we saw something. Might want to look at that oil cooler. Hang on, that's not deep enough. Shit, it's too bright.
Well, why does the coolant smell like fuel though?
I don't know. I mean, that's...
Tanner said it kind of smelled like fuel, and then Joe said it smelled like fuel.
All right, I don't know. I mean, as far as that, from what I'm seeing right now, the injector cup, the injector bores are not cracked. So, I mean, we checked it. We thought we smelled it. There's definitely something in it. Definitely something in it. So, I mean, that it's starting to look dark like an oil cooler there. It's starting to look dark. Let's see what that looks like. We're just trying to check what we can. This too, we have one injector. Darian said he looked it up. It's called D-Tech. DT6OL-4. So that means it's got one injector replaced. The rest of them appear to be factory installed, but it's studded. So we're gonna unwrap this and let's see what happens. He wants to see this because nope, no, unwrap it. They put good tape on it, huh? Is it?
Yeah, that
that
fabric-y, whatever
fabric stuff. I don't know that I want to untape any more of it. Well, we'll see.
Oh, it just goes.
That's good tape. I hate to take it off. And you cut that freaking shielded wire. That's freaking ridiculous. I mean, you ought to just pony up and send him another new harness. I mean, they taped up the shielded wire. Yeah, they taped it up, it looks like. All right, that's it. He just wanted a quick video undoing it. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but the fact that it was even done at all is the reason. That's it. I mean, I would agree that that's a dealership style deal right there. Those connectors come in pigtail connectors, which they could have used anything. I don't know. But I bet if we stripped it off, it'd have a little ferrule in the middle that you crimp onto both wires and then put the heat shrink over it, like what's in the pigtail kits of factory. Maybe not. Who knows? But there you go. We showed it. All right. I guess I didn't show the VIN in that last one. She wants to show the VIN. Here's the truck with the wiring harness. New engine harness. Cut. Old harness down below. Let's go over here and look at the VIN. It's a nice freaking truck. It's a nice truck. "4657 6 Edward Dog." 04657. There you go. All right. I mean, look at it. It's nice. So here I show another one. I know we just try to do stuff like this to show. I mean, basically prove that that is the truck, you know, whatever. But it's a drag that happened to him. He got that done. That went in to get an engine harness done, and you know that harness that's expensive. It's expensive freaking harness, especially nowadays. But all right, have a good day, guys. So you just got done watching that. That was about 2 years ago. And I'm not sure the whole story of what the truck was happening right now with it, but who knows, injector, I don't know. We'll see, but it's just going to be like almost just gaskets. We're going to be replacing the gaskets and the pistons. Are we going to replace rod bushings? Well, it depends. We can measure them. You tell me.
Wait and see.
They're going to tell us if we have to replace them or not.